What's up everybody? My name is Matt. I'm a paramedic, and today I want to go over the paramedic approved small first aid kit. In my obviously biased opinion, the paramedic approved line of first aid kits are the best first aid kits on the market, especially when you consider how affordable they are. The medium and large first aid kits we'll talk about in another video, but I wanted to spend a few minutes going over what is in the paramedic approved small first aid kit, as well as the best situations to have one. These small kits are best for on the go. They are light, portable, and contain the essentials while minimizing the quantity of each item. That way, when you use an item, you can restock it from your larger first aid kit. Some of the best activities to take this kit with you include hiking, biking, camping, backpacking, travel, car, and anywhere else you might be on the go. As some of you may already know about me, I believe that everyone should have access to proper medical care no matter what your bank account looks like. For that reason, we price these kits about as low as possible so that there is no excuse for not having a first aid kit. So if cost is the reason that you don't have a first aid kit, this is the kit for you. All right, so let's go over exactly what are in these kits and how they are organized. All right, here we are checking out the paramedic approved small first aid kit. So this is what it looks like from the outside. Let's go ahead and open it up. It's got a nice handle on the top here that you can carry around with you. So right when you open it up, obviously you can see how well organized this is. This is what separates it from all the other first aid kits out there. Mostly you just open it up and it's just a bag full of stuff, and you got to kind of try to rummage around and find what it is you're looking for. Everything in here is all laid out for you. In these situations, typically people can get a little frazzled, so I feel like this really helps people to figure out what it is they're looking for as quickly as possible. So let's just go through the whole thing. We're going to run through this really quickly. Top left here are a pair of trauma shears. These are used to cut any clothing off or cut bandages to exactly the length that you want them. As you can see, I have my gloves on already. So this is to encourage you guys to always use gloves whenever handling anything that you might get blood on your hands with. So this is where you're gonna start. Most of the time you're gonna open it up and grab these gloves, put them on before you do anything. You have a set of tweezers here, high quality metal, stainless steel. In here you have some splinter probes. I won't go into how to use them right now, but they're great for getting splinters out. You got some safety pins to secure any bandages that you want. Here is an elastic bandage. These are great for applying a lot of pressure to a wound. If it's bleeding pretty good, you put the gauze right on the wound and go ahead and stretch this out to apply a lot of pressure. You also have a roll of tape to secure any bandages that you need. These are elastic roller gauze. These are, as a paramedic, we use roller gauze all the time. Like 90% of trauma calls, we're gonna be using some sort of roller gauze. So you put the gauze itself on the wound and then use this to wrap around the wound. And you got two sets in there. This is the CPR mask. So if you ever come across somebody who is in cardiac arrest and you want to perform CPR, this will be used to place over the person's mouth, and then that way you won't exchange any bodily fluids between you and that person. Next we have saline. This is used to irrigate wounds. So if somebody cuts themselves out on the hiking trail or something and they have all kinds of rocks and debris and all kinds of junk in there, you want to clean out before applying any dressing. So you're going to use this saline here to make sure that all that debris is cleared. On the right side of the kit, we'll start from the top. This is the paramedic approved first aid booklet. So every kit comes with one of these. This is definitely something you want to take a look at right when you get your first aid kit. This way you can learn how to properly respond to all these different emergencies. But obviously there's typically a lot of time between training and when you actually have to use these. So if it ever comes to a time where you need to actually use these skills, you always have this in the upper pocket here so that you can refer to it and make sure that you know know what you're doing. Also, there is a little booklet here and a pencil that you can maybe write down like certain supplies that you used, or maybe you're getting information from somebody, their sample history. You can go ahead and keep this or write down all of that in this booklet. Next, we have the emergency blanket. This is great for if somebody's in shock or hypothermic. Is really, it doesn't look like much, but it does a great job at keeping people warm if they are going through shock or hypothermia. Next, we have the triangular bandage. These are used as a sling. This is great for if somebody like breaks their arm or something, or hurts their wrist. This allows you to create a sling. I will be creating a video showing you guys how to do that, but for now, just know that it's used for either head bandages or slings. Next, we have the cotton gauze swabs. So I only have one in here. I took out, there's should be a total of 6, but these are your sterile gauze, which if somebody hurts themselves or you hurt yourself, you're going to tear this open, apply this directly to the wound. Next, we have wound closures. So these are if you have a little bit of like gaping in the wounds with like a cut and you want to secure it and make sure that skin stays together, then you're going to open this up and apply it. It's kind of like a butterfly bandage. And then finally, rounding it out, we have just your standard band-aids. These are the most commonly used items. Most of the time when somebody hurts themselves, it's not too bad and a band-aid can be used. And then finally, before we end this off, on the back side, this is also another great element of these first aid kits, is that you get to personalize these. So obviously all of these things are what I believe the average person needs, but every person is different, their different level of training and what they want to carry around with them. So this back area is where you can put your personal medications or any paperwork you want. Really, it just depends on what you want to be taken around with you in your first aid kit. So hope that helped, and yeah, go ahead and snag up a Paramedic approved small first aid kit. All right, I hope that was helpful and that you have a better understanding of why to have one of these small first aid kits, as well as what's included in them. If you'd like to get your hands on one of these kits at an incredible price, head on over to paramedicapproved.com so that you can be better prepared for what life throws your way. And as always, be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and I'll see you in the next video. Hey, thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. If you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button over here so you don't miss any more life-saving advice in the future. And go ahead and check out one of these hand-picked videos on your screen. Take care.